Like many of you, I once believed my 50s and 60s were about adding things. More travel, more hobbies. I was wrong. The secret to squeezing all the juice out of this phase is to identify the 7 things you must stop doing right now. If you miss this, you'll sacrifice your remaining health, waste your most active weeks, and even ruin your best relationships. The most controversial one? Stop being yourself. For decades, we've worked hard to accumulate things: a career, a home, a community. So it's natural to think this next chapter is about adding even more. But the truth is, the key to a richer, more vibrant life in your 50s and 60s isn't about what you start doing, but what you stop doing. You've worked way too hard to get to this phase, what I call the youth of your senior years, only to let old habits and obligations drain the joy from it. In this video, we're going to walk through the 7 crucial things you need to let go of right now. This is about making space for what truly matters, so you can fully enjoy the freedom you've earned. This is information you'll want to reflect on, so take a second and hit the save button now. You'll be glad you did. Stop tolerating energy vampires. Think about the last 5 people you spent time with. Did all of them leave you feeling better and more positive about life? Or did some of them leave you feeling completely drained? Life is too short, especially now. Your time and emotional energy are your most precious resources. We can no longer afford to give them to people who consistently leave us feeling worse about ourselves and the world. Stop spending time with people that do not uplift you. Your social circle should be a source of support and joy, not stress and negativity. You have 2 choices. You can be candid and say, I value our friendship, but when you speak with such negativity, it brings me down. I can't have that in my life. Sometimes people will change. If they don't after 2 or 3 chances, it's time to lovingly create distance and stop investing your time there. Stop resisting change. I used to live in a comfortable snow globe, perfectly settled and predictable. But what happens when life decides to grab that globe and shake it up violently? I was guilty of this for years. I had the same house for 2 decades, the same routines. The comfort of the status quo becomes a set of shackles, preventing growth and adventure. Stop resisting change. In fact, start embracing things that scare you a little bit. That fear is a sign that you're growing. The pandemic was the awful event that shook my snow globe. It forced me to sell my house and work remotely from other countries. And while it was a terrible time for the world, it freed me. It showed me that my life could be more adventurous. Your shakeup doesn't have to be that dramatic. Start small. Do one thing that makes you nervous. Embrace the shakeup. Stop taking your time for granted. If you're 60 years old and in good health, you likely have fewer than 1,000 weeks of healthy, active time left. 1,000 weeks. How did you spend the last one? We are in a unique window, the youth of our senior years. We're still healthy and active enough to run a 5K or travel with ease, but that window won't stay open forever. We have to stop acting like our time is infinite. Stop taking your time for granted. Treat every week as the precious, non-renewable resource it is. This is a powerful mental shift. Imagine a calendar with just 1,000 boxes on it. At the end of each week, you cross one off. It forces you to ask, did I squeeze all the juice out of this week? Am I making the most of the time I have left? If the answer is no, ask yourself what you're going to do differently next week. Stop putting yourself last. We are experts at taking care of our jobs, our partners, our kids, and our homes. But after all that, when you look at your own priority list, where are you on it? For years, we've fallen into the trap of believing that prioritizing our own needs is selfish. This leads to burnout and compromises our physical and mental health at a time when we need it most. Stop putting everyone else's needs ahead of your own. Your health, both physical and mental, is the foundation of everything else. It is not an indulgence. It is a necessity. This will be hard for many of us. Take a look at your calendar and your budget. How much time and how many resources are you investing in yourself? It's time to reorder that list and put your own well-being higher up. Schedule your walks, your hobbies, and your rest with the same commitment you give to everything else. These ideas can be challenging to put into practice. Save this video as a personal reminder to stay focused on what truly matters for your well-being. Stop living with regret. Nobody gets through 50 or 60 years of life without a few should-haves or wish-I'd-dones. But what if those regrets are heavy chains anchoring you to a past you can't change? The past is over. The future is not guaranteed to any of us. The only moment we truly have is right now, and dwelling on what went wrong robs you of the joy available in the present. Stop living with regret. It is a burden that serves no purpose other than to steal your happiness today. Forgive yourself. Acknowledge the mistake. See if there's a lesson to be learned, and then make a conscious decision to let it go. We've all handled situations poorly. The key is to stop letting those moments define the time we have left. Live in the present. Stop being the expected you. Remember the controversial point from the beginning? It's time to stop being yourself. What I really meant was, it's time to stop being the version of yourself you think everyone else expects you to be. We have spent decades conforming to bosses, to social norms, to family expectations. We're in the youth of our senior years. If we aren't going to be our authentic selves now, when will we ever be? This is our last, best chance. Stop pretending. Stop worrying about what others will think. Feel comfortable in your own skin and with your own opinions. Wear the nice jeans with the sport coat if you want to. Respectfully state that you disagree when someone is talking nonsense. Not everyone is going to be a fan of the real you, and that is more than okay. The people who matter will love you for it. Stop dismissing new technology. Do you remember your parents or grandparents saying, "Why do I need one of those email things? If someone needs me, they can send a letter." Are you in danger of making the same mistake today? It's easy to get comfortable and dismiss new things as unnecessary complications. But willfully choosing to disengage from modern tools is choosing to become disconnected from the world, and more importantly, from your family. Stop automatically poo-pooing new technology. You don't have to become an expert, but you have to be willing to learn the basics to stay connected. My parents refused to get into email. Luckily for them, smartphones and texting came along, which allowed my mom to easily communicate with her grandkids. Don't rely on luck. Stay curious. Ask a younger relative to show you how to use the tools that will keep you in the loop. It's not about the gadget, it's about the connection. By letting go of these 7 things, you're not emptying your life. You're making room for what truly matters. You're clearing out the clutter so you can focus on your health, your joy, and your most important relationships. And speaking of making the most of your time, one of the biggest questions we face is when to start that next chapter, retirement. Many think they have to wait for a certain age, but that could be a huge mistake holding you back. This next video reveals 5 powerful reasons to retire as soon as you can. Click on it now to see if you're truly ready to pull the trigger and start that next adventure.